Hello everybody and welcome back to our Game Week 22 Wildcard first draft. So there's about 2 days until the deadline and I thought, well, why not play more Wildcard? And I'm here with a little draft today which we are going to go through and some changes. So as you can see on the screen now, we obviously have a draft. I've gone with Martinez and De Gea in goal for rotation purposes. De Gea being a nice cheap price and Martinez being in the form he is in, I thought why not. Ruben Diaz is almost like a must-have right now. It manages to keep him clean sheets. He's really the only nailed-on defender at Man City. James Justin for Fulham, who is one of the most versatile people. I think he can get lots of attacking returns. He's also been doing really well so far this season. Also Aaron Wan-Bissaka. This one is kind of a controversial one, really. He could go for Digne. That is something I'm considering. Although currently I have in the bank 5.5 million, so we can do almost anything with that. Into midfield though, for Game Week 22 we have Thomas Soucek, I always don't know how to pronounce it, but he's against Aston Villa. There may be Saka maybe as he got rested, but he did have a hip injury, so not really sure. Now Gundogan, because he's in such fine form against Burnley, I'm definitely gonna be playing him. I wouldn't say he's a contender for the captain's armband, as he did blank last week against Sheffield United. But we also have Fernandes and Salah. These are my two big hitters, coming in at quite a lot. But let's start off with Fernandes. Fernandes hasn't been really doing too much, but well, we have so much funds stuck in the bank. Fernandes could be like trying to get back into his form, because he's kind of dipped out of form a bit, but I think he can get back into it, especially with some of the goals he's set himself. Versus Salah against Brighton. So currently he is the armband, as I thought that I think he's got lots of attacking return potential. Obviously there's Mane and Salah. If one of them does well, one of them doesn't really tend to do well. But hopefully it's a Salah week, I suppose. Now into my attack line, we have Antonio, who I think is one of the best attackers in the league, really. I think he's got... How many shots did he have? He had amazing... He could have scored at least 4 goals last weekend, and I think he's definitely capable of scoring consistently. We saw against Norwich at the end of last season when he was a midfielder, he got a 24-point haul, which would be something that we'd love to see again. So I've got Callum Wilson with... you got me 13 points yesterday, but with Newcastle not being in such good form, this could be a potential person that I could rotate with just people on the bench. That kind of goes the same for Watkins, really. Obviously, I've got quite a good bench. Plan to use bench boost sometime soon for a double game week. Game week 26 is when I probably may plan to use it, but Watkins has been in good form, scored 2 goals in the last 3 games. That includes Southampton. But I think he can also have lots of returns, maybe not so much against West Ham, but definitely in upcoming fixtures. Now to Martinez, it's just going to be kind of a roll of the dice each week between who is Martinez or De Gea. It depends what form they're really in, really, but I decided with De Gea, just purely on preferential bases. Next up is Cresswell. He scored the most points out of any defender by 2 points, which is a whole match played, a whole 90 minutes, so he's doing really well for only 5.5 million. I would highly suggest to get either him or Kufau. But with Aston Villa away, I prefer attack against defence normally, so he's first on my bench. Then you have Rob holding his place. Well, no, he's just coming on wildcard. 4.5 million. Starting Arsenal every week, so why not? We also have Bukayo Saka, who's in great run of form, could potentially look to upgrade to Grealish in the upcoming future. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of remove the photo that you're seeing of my team, and I'm going to come on to his, and we're going to go into transfers. So I thought, why not kind of show you guys what could potentially be the final draft. So as it stands, I'm happy with the attack line, and I'm happy with my goalkeepers. And I'm happy with Salah, Fernandes and Gundogan in my midfield. So, potentially, we could see this happening. So, James Justin goes, and in comes Digne. Now, one of the things that happened today is that Chilwell didn't start against Burnley, so I'm not too sure. But somebody who has started both games is Rudiger. So what we could potentially see is this, which would then obviously I'd have a Chelsea starter, which is somebody I may plan to bring in. Only 1% ownership. He obviously kept a clean sheet, so huge differential on Rudiger right there. So just watch him, because against the Sheffield United and Newcastle he can do lots. Potentially out for Saka. We could do Jack Grealish here. Potentially out for Soucek. No, this is a huge differential, this one. Eze could be one of the bigger differentials. He scored 11 points last game week, and I think if the fixtures are right, he can be very good. So I think that is somebody to watch out for. Also, we could see Watkins or Callum Wilson go. You may see, like, Bamford I don't really want back. But this person, Yange, I think that's how you pronounce it, came on loan for West Brom, who could be a huge differential. He got an assist in like the 45 minutes he appeared in. Obviously fixtures aren't the nicest, but if you want a 1 week hit against Sheffield United, he could potentially be a good call for the future. Mitrovic, he did also start against West Brom, but he's a really good price point, but he's not really guaranteed on the start, is he? So maybe we could get rid of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I'm just kind of messing about with this at this point. And we could potentially look to upgrade one of our Leicester outlets, or what we could do is, instead of that, we just go straight to Rudiger, which would then free up funds. Hang on, I already have him. Who could we go for then? Leave your predictions. Cancelo, but maybe he's not nailed on to start. I did add. So it would be good. Let's sort by total points, because obviously I want to try and upgrade this as much as possible. Obviously, we could just do that, really. If I can get this to work. So we're left with 2.5 million in the bank. But then, this could actually be a potential good thing here, actually. But then where do I go from Grealish? I can go up to Son. Where can I go from Eze? I can go up to Zaha if I wanted to. But I think Thomas Soucek could be a better option in the long run. Yes, I'll have a look at this. But if you were to remove both of these, then we have 3.2 million banks. So let me know what you think. Let me know who you would go for. But this is going to be draft one. Of this, there may be another draft out, but so far this is what I'm going to go for. So if you enjoyed today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.